Alright, so as you can see, the still is now running at steady state. It's been running for about an hour and 45 minutes since initially turning on the hot plate. I've gotten this much. This is a spaghetti jar that I just took the wrapper off of, but I've gotten this much of liquid coming over. And I'm working on the second one, and I think after I get this one filled up, I'll probably just stop because the concentration in the actual boiler is getting lower and lower and lower for ethanol and higher and higher and higher for water. And at a certain point, I'm not really interested in just getting more water. I changed my sink out to this large 3-gallon bucket, or about 10-liter bucket. I initially started with water at around 16 degrees Celsius, and over time it's risen to about 20 degrees Celsius. But as I put ice in, it usually fluctuates between 20 and 23 degrees Celsius. Those numbers aren't too exact. I'm just using one of these little infrared thermometers, and it's not particularly accurate, but it does work pretty well within a few degrees Celsius. I've been taking some quick notes on different heat settings, so I'll put this into the screen if you want to pause the video and look at it, but you probably don't, so I'll just read through them. At low, the bottom of the column is at about 35 degrees Celsius, and the top of the column is at about 41 degrees Celsius, which means that we're actually having a good heat transfer between the water and the ethanol in the vapor stream, and that the water is losing its heat and dropping down to the bottom, and the ethanol is increasing in temperature. At the highest setting, we're running at about 37 degrees Celsius and 45 degrees Celsius at the bottom and top respectively. I'm doing flow rates inverse, so time per certain amount of liquid. At the low setting, I'm getting about 8.5 minutes, and at the high setting, I'm getting around 4 minutes. And the medium setting is pretty much in between. There's a few changes I'd like to make, but I think for right now, this is pretty good.